Welcome to the treasure trove of folktales, a magical collection of stories that have inspired generations. Embark on a mythical journey with heroes, fairies, and enchanting creatures, opening the door to a world of imagination and emotion.
The story of Ghanim, the slave of love. In the heart of glorious Baghdad, where the Tigris River, like a silver ribbon, wraps around the golden domes, there was a young man named Ghanim, the son of Abu Ibu, an upright merchant, the best in the East. Ghanim was different from others since childhood, both intelligent and calm, and had a heart that always leaned towards beauty and goodness. His mother often said, "My son, if your heart is too soft, this world will cause you much suffering." However, fate likes to tease those with pure hearts. One night, when Ghanim returned from a long trading trip from Damascus, walking through the old town under the yellow moonlight, he heard a choked cry echoing from a house abandoned for many years. That sob, trembling like the sound of a broken string. He stopped. His heart was pounding. Through the crack in the wooden door, a faint light shone on the beautiful face of a young woman, her hair as black as the night sky, her skin as white as milk, her eyes sparkling, as if containing a universe shedding tears. His voice trembled. "Who is there? Why are you crying in the middle of such a quiet night?" The young woman was startled, but when she saw his gentle face, she softly replied, "I am Kuzia Fakan, a maid in the palace of King Khalifa Harun al-Rashid. I was harmed by the enemy, imprisoned here to starve to death. Please, if you still have compassion, save me." Without thinking, Ghanim broke the door and helped her out. The moonlight poured down on their shoulders, as if heaven and earth were witnesses for their fateful encounter. Ghanim took her home and took good care of her. They lived in fear of being discovered, but the love between the two of them grew like a secret fire, unable to be extinguished. Kuzia told that she was loved by the caliph, but because the vizier was jealous, he accused her of treason, then had her captured and buried alive. She was lucky to escape death, but was imprisoned in an abandoned house. Ghanim heard the story and trembled with anger. "That person will be punished by heaven. But now, I will not let anyone hurt her anymore." She looked at him, her eyes like two flickering candles. "You dare to sacrifice yourself for me, while I am just a helpless maid." "No," Ghanim said. "You are the light in my night, but fate is always jealous of beautiful love." An old neighbor, seeing him hiding a stranger in his house day and night, became suspicious and informed the soldiers of the caliph. That night, his house door was broken open. Ghanim was injured while fighting against the soldiers. Kuzia cried and was dragged away, but he was left behind. His blood soaked the floor. When he woke up, he found himself lying in the middle of the desert, with only her piece of cloth in his hand, the only trace of his lost love. Ghanim wandered in the desert for many days. The sand was hot as fire. The sky was so blue that it was hopeless. When his strength was exhausted, he fell down, thinking that his soul would melt among the endless dunes of the wild desert, full of death. In that hazy moment, between life and death, he saw a figure riding a camel approaching, a monk in blue robes with a beard as white as frost, eyes as bright as the stars of the night. He bent down to look at him and said in a low voice, like an echo from an ancient cave, "O son of Abu Ibu, you who are called by fate by love, you are not dead yet." Ghanim opened his eyes, whispered, "You know me?" "I know those who are imprisoned by love," the monk replied. "Follow me. I will show you the path between dreams and reality." Then he took him to the Blue Stone Monastery, hidden deep in the valley of Basra, where the wind always sang and the well water reflected the moon. There, Ghanim was healed, but his heart still wounded. One night, when everyone was asleep, he heard an echo in the ancient bronze mirror hanging on the wall. The image of Kuzia appeared, chained in the dark dungeon. The torchlight reflected her desperate eyes. He fell to his knees, tears streaming. "How can I save her?" The blue monk entered, as if waiting. "Your love, strong enough to call me, but to save her, you must pass many trials, 3 levels of the soul. The city of sand, where the wind takes the shape of a knife, and every lie becomes blood. The cave of the black snake, where fear takes shape, and the garden of mirrors, where truth and falsehood become one. Only the honest can see the way out." Ghanim replied, his voice as firm as steel. "Even if I have to go through hell, I will still go." The monk in blue nodded slightly, handing him a turquoise. "When you are about to despair, look at this gem, for in it there is the eye of Kuzia." So, Ghanim continued on his way, until one day, in front of him, in the distance, was a city of sand. Ghanim entered the desert, where each grain of sand sang, and each wind had a soul. A storm arose, the sand built a wall, swirling around him like 1,000 knives. The wind screamed in human voices, "Go back, fool! No one survives in the desert that speaks." But Ghanim kept walking, blood flowing down his cheeks, his lips dry and cracked, his feet stepping on the hot sand. In the middle of the whirlwind, he heard Kuzia's voice echoing, "Don't be afraid, Ghanim. I'm still waiting." Fortunately, the storm subsided. When the sky cleared, before him were petrified sand towers, engraved with ancient inscriptions. He who, for love, does not fear pain, is loved. He knelt down, kissed the ground, and continued walking. Passing through a silent forest without a single human footprint. When suddenly, a loud crash sounded. He felt pain all over his body and fell unconscious. And after an unknown period of time, he regained consciousness and found himself falling into a dark cave. The cave entrance was like a monster's mouth, exhaling cold air and extremely foul. Countless poisonous snakes slithered around, their bodies shining like silver strings, their eyes red as coals. A giant spoke. "What do you seek from me, human?" "Love and justice," Ghanim replied. The snake laughed, its voice resounding like metal clashing. "Love is just a lie of a weak heart. If you lie, I will bite you to death." Ghanim, looking straight into the poisonous snake's eyes, said slowly, "I do not lie, because I died since the day I lost you, and now I only go to find my soul." The cave shook. The snake bowed its head. Its body turned into smoke, leaving a black jade ring on the ground. "Take it, honest one." Ghanim took a deep breath, heavy with the smell of desert sand, and walked on until the sunset, casting its last weak, golden rays on the valley of the desert of death, filled with the sounds of death, of giant flocks of crows, mixed with the wailing lamentation from the scythe of the god of death. Ghanim slowly entered the strange garden, with hundreds of mirrors standing side by side, each mirror reflecting a different image of Kuzia, laughing, crying, angry, pleading. Ghanim walked through the maze of mirrors, his mind in turmoil. Which one is the real one? Which one is the illusion? The wind whispered, "If you choose wrong, you will forever be lost in your own illusion." He closed his eyes, listening to his heart. In the darkness, a soft song rang out. "Ghanim, look with your heart, not with your eyes." He opened his eyes. Only a crying Kuzia remained. Ghanim stepped forward. He placed his hand on the mirror. As soon as his finger touched it, the mirror shattered, light spilling out like a silver river. A voice rang out, "You have found the truth, and with that truth, the way back has opened." At that moment, the blue monk appeared in the light, smiling, kindly. "O slave of love, return to Baghdad. There, destiny awaits you." When Ghanim returned to Baghdad, he was left with only torn clothes, but in his heart was a bright fire. Coincidentally, the Caliph Harun al-Rashid had just discovered Kuzia's innocence and sent someone to take her back to the palace. The day Kuzia returned, she passed through the city gate and saw a beggar kneeling by the roadside, his eyes filled with longing. She recognized him immediately. "Ghanim!" she shouted. "It's you! It's my Ghanim!" The whole group stopped. The Caliph was surprised and ordered him to come in. When he heard her recount the whole story, the Caliph shed tears. Such love deserves to be honored, not punished. The king gave them wealth and a mansion on the banks of the Tigris River and declared, "From now on, whoever dares to criticize love is insulting the kindness of the Most High." But jealousy had not yet left the court. An evil official made up a lie that Ghanim was plotting to usurp power. He poisoned him at a banquet. Kuzia sensed something strange and switched the wine glasses. The wicked man drank the poison and fell down dead. The Caliph was angry, had him beheaded, and gave an additional title to Ghanim, the most honest man in Baghdad. From then on, Ghanim and Kuzia lived in love and kindness. They helped the poor, taught literacy, and built hospitals. People called them the pair of crabs of the Tigris River. Many years later, when they both died on the same night, the people said that on the roof of their house, every night, 2 lamps still lit up, one green, one yellow, intertwined like inseparable souls, and the storyteller said softly, "True love does not fear power nor death. It only fears being forgotten." Here, Scheherazade stopped, her voice as gentle as the wind of the Tigris River. King Shahryar, who had a heart of stone, sat still. A strange light shone in his eyes again. "Ghanim's love is truly admirable," said the king. "But is there anything more wonderful than that?" Scheherazade smiled, bowed her head. "Your Majesty, there is also a poor man who has nothing but a torn net. One day he pulled up a bronze jar, inside which was a giant god, imprisoned for thousands of years. And from then on, the fate of mankind changed." The king leaned forward, his eyes burning with curiosity. A god? And a poor fisherman who dared to negotiate with him? "Yes," Scheherazade answered softly. "And that was the story of the following night, Your Majesty. The lights in the palace gradually dimmed. The water of the Tigris sang softly. And the new story, the fisherman and the god in the jar, began from there."
The tale has come to an end, yet the magic of these legends lives on in your heart. Keep dreaming and spreading the wonder.